Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Always Bet on Yourself. Who watched the fights on Saturday, just bloop. I wish they had just promoted it for what it was going to be. You don't need to tell us it was going to be this all-out brawl and do these silly press conferences and silly videos and tell us that it's going to be whatever it's going to be, and it's not. It was an awful fight, a softball fight. It was arranged, and it was a waste of my time and a waste of my money. But alas, I did watch, because the prospect of watching Mike Tyson fight someone and potentially knocking them out, I could not miss. But I did not watch that. I watched an old man in pain. The poor man tripped. Did you see him trip? I was just, by the end of it, me and my brother were like, ooh, well, that was a waste of time. Anyway, anything for entertainment these days, anything for entertainment. I've been thinking about self-promotion and how awful I am at it. I really, really have just no inclination to push myself down people's throats. The idea of it makes me cringe. It does. I like doing this and being able to put it on platforms where it naturally already goes and sees people, but the promotion side of things on Instagram and whatever else is too much. I kind of feel just guilty for doing it. And it makes me feel really fake. I don't want to ever be someone that's not themselves. I want to always try and be authentic. And I feel like if I start doing silly little videos or whatever it is to try and promote the podcast, I feel like a part of me has failed. I am the worst business person for myself. Because obviously I want to garner followers and to have people watch and listen. But I do not live by the same set of rules that other people live by. And I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. I kind of been thinking about, if something's going to be, it's just going to be, right? If people are interested, they will just follow you. If they're not, they're not. Do I need to just constantly be pushing? Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't interest me, that side of things. What happened to just doing things for fun? What happened to just doing them for fun and learning along the way and just enjoying it? I feel like if you get too caught up in that, it's just all you think about. I don't want to be always thinking through the lens of social media, because I'm already on there anyway and interacting with people. It's just consumes so much of who you are as a person. I really, really grapple with social media. I don't love it. Hence why I was off there for such a long time. It was a fantastic break, not being able to have any noise. The quiet was amazing. You don't know what's happening in that world, and it's fine. Everything keeps turning, and there's no, all of the scrolling and the stuff floods my head. It floods it, and all the imagery and the sounds and everything, and I feel frazzled. It frazzles my mind. So not having that for such a long time was just peaceful. Not looking at whatever it is. And all of the videos now are just, God, they're just so fast. That's why I couldn't even bear TikTok. No. You know what? I would actually never date a man that had TikTok. That sounds ridiculous, but I couldn't. If you're sitting there at the age of 30 plus, constantly doing that, you need to get a grip. You actually need to get a grip. Stop being a child. Grow the fuck up. What are you doing with your life if you're constantly sitting there doing that? I'm not interested. Let's have a conversation. That sounds really harsh, but you know what? I don't care. I really think you just need to get a fucking grip. I don't even know where I was going with that. But yes, no, social media was great for without the year and awful at self-promotion. I'm just going to kind of just go with whatever I'm going with right now. We'll see where it goes. It might go nowhere, but that's okay. If I never monetize, I'll be fine with it. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I recently did just a couple of days of like no media whatsoever. So no music, no TV, no social media, no nothing, just silence, which was so nice. Just the difference it can make in just your mental clarity is incredible. Like, I'm not completely consumed and flooded by all of these things. I'm intentional in my day. I was able to go to the zoo and feed some animals and just wander around, you know, take time to cook some nice meals and meditate and finish that book that I haven't finished reading and not be distracted, because it is a distraction. If there was something valuable on, there are a couple of things that I really enjoy on there and I get out of, like these accounts that are a bit more philosophical, or they have music on there or whatever it is. I enjoy that. But I guess I don't really get to share that with people because they don't understand that side of me. Oh, that sounds silly. It's true though. Like, I enjoy this stuff, but other people might not. So it does become a bit isolating and I guess lonesome. So yeah. And then I think through the lens of other people, and I don't want to think like that. Like, you have to sort of just focus on you and not worry about those things. It's crazy to me that my children will never know what life is going to be like without it. They will be born into an age of technology, and yeah, that's insane to me that I grew up in a time where, you know, I think I was maybe 14 when Facebook came around, 13. Didn't get Instagram until I was 18 or 17. And yeah, I've known life without those two things. My childhood of growing up and playing in the streets or at the park and, you know, with friends, it wasn't any of that. And it was nice. And I'm not saying it's not nice for kids now, but when you're growing up, you know, kids can be so horrible and mean. And with Snapchat and all of that, like, it's just not good. I don't think they should have it on their person all the time. Their brains are developing. They're trying to understand who they are and fit in this world. And, you know, we can influence them. Well, not we, but people or these social media companies can influence them with whatever they're promoting on there. I don't know. Our young minds are fragile and they should be kept intact. And I don't think social media is it. I don't, but this is the world that we live in. It's the push and pull, that tug that I have with reality and another world that doesn't exist and will never exist again. At least in my age, I think, unless the world goes to pot. And then there really is nothing. Speaking of nothing, I watched that, what is that film? Leave the World Behind, where everything just collapses. Ever so interesting. And I always wonder what people would be like in those situations. I think about Doomsday prepping a lot, actually. I do. I think about All of it. Gathering. I'm not a bear. I think about going and starting to stock up and to be semi-prepared for if something happened. I've always thought about it. I don't know why. I think about it. I just do. I think about buying a little cabin or something in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Not that they wouldn't be able to find me, because there are satellites everywhere and you know everyone's movements these days, but I think about being removed and being safer than in a big city and just surviving. I do wonder if other people think like that. I don't know if they do. And that's probably okay for them. They have a life, they have families. This is what happens when you're 30 and you're on your own. And you've got no, I was going to say no life. I have a life, but, you know, nothing to keep me distracted. And that sounds awful to say distracted, but, you know. Yeah. What would you do? Tell me what you do in that situation. Are you going to sea? Are you going to go inland? Are you going to go... Where are you in Australia, first of all? Or the world? I think I'm going somewhere where there's lots of water and shelter. Am I going to hoard up in a house? See, this is it. If somebody comes to you and you have to leave your place of residence, wherever you're residing, and you have to abandon everything that you've got, you just have you and whomever you're with, and you've got to survive. How are you going to survive? You got to find food, water, shelter. You might not have medicine, you know. You just got to do your best. I'll be doing a Rocky, trying to chase a chicken or a guinea fowl and failing miserably probably, but it would be a crazy time. And I think that the scariest part of it is the people. I don't think it's the technology stopping. I think it's the people. The people would be the worst. You do anything to protect your own. I know I would. And you just don't know who to trust. Are they going to try and take what you've got from you? Oh, God. Just a crazy little world we're living in. We really are. And it's insane to me that we're just on a floating rock in space. We're literally just floating around, milling around, destroying everything. We are just awful. I thought of this the other day, if anyone else has watched True Detective, and Matthew McConaughey's character, Rustin Cole, says, what does he say? I think human consciousness was the greatest misstep in evolution, or something along those lines. And I was just like, yeah, is it? Why are we so self-destructive? War, we kill, pillage, terrorize, just ungodly things happen on this earth. And we could have utopia. I think if we were smart enough and got rid of some of our ego and just disgusting, power-hungry, ego-hungry people in the world, we could have our own utopia. It's never going to happen. People are too greedy. I really think greed is just the root of all evil. It's all people ever aspire to be, it seems. To have more and more and more. More power, more money, bigger house, bigger car, blah, 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 blah. This cycle of nothing is ever enough for anyone. And we have more than we'll ever need. I'm going on a bit of a rant. I think this podcast should have just been called Ranting with Rebecca Harrison. Oh my God. Oh, well, with my Doomsday prepping, I'm going to be on these Black Friday sales and trying to get me a good deal on some first aid kits and some hunting knives. I don't know how to hunt, but I'd like them just in case, etc., etc. I've fully lost the plot and I'm absolutely fine with it. What is everyone else going to be getting? Christmas time is around the corner. The thing that gets me with Christmas and Black Friday and this time of the year is people go fucking insane with buying shit. It's just, I can't even comprehend how crazy it is. It's constant. Like, what do you get for people that have everything and you feel obliged to go out and buy something for them? Why? My love language is not gift giving. It's not. I feel like time is important, and I don't know what the other ones are. I think there's time, gifts, words of affirmation, and that's the only ones that I know. I think there's a couple more, but I think kind words and time are important. Gifts are just meh. But this is what people do. Christmas time, just go absolutely bonkers and spend way too much money, and then they'll complain about it later that they spent too much money. Oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. Well, you spent too much money buying presents for everyone and anyone. Stop doing it. Have some self-control. Nobody told you had to do it. If you disappoint a few people, they probably need to go fuck themselves. That's what I reckon. Who cares? Have more of a backbone. If you can't afford shit, don't buy it. It sounds so simple, but people really don't know how to internalize it and just say no. It's easy. Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. I can't afford that for this Christmas. Or can I only get you something small? I don't want to. Ugh. I buy my own presents because I'm a grown fucking woman. I do not expect anything from anyone. I don't want anything. If you're going to buy me a present, it has to be something I like. This sounds a bit selfish, I guess, because gifts, people like that gesture. But if you're going to buy me something and I'm really not going to like it, it's just going to sit in my house and I'm just going to be like, okay, why? I have to store that now. I want to put it in the bin. Unless you really know a person and their taste and what they like, don't buy them gifts. That is literally just, that's my opinion. And I know a lot of people won't agree with that, but that's absolutely fine. Not a gift giver. Christmas should be for spending time with family and friends and enjoying good food and just enjoying a day off, I reckon. It's just overindulgence everywhere. I feel bad for saying some of that because I feel like I'm probably going to be eating my words one day, especially when I have kids. My kids will get presents, but they're not going to have all of the presents. They're not going to be spoilt. Absolutely. I know I will have failed as a person and a mother if my children come out spoilt. If my children end up spoilt, I will have failed as a person, 100%, and ungrateful. I swear to God, I feel like I'm getting angry just thinking about it. Having ungrateful children or people, I just can't. It means so much to me to be able to implement values in young people so they understand what it means when someone does something nice for you, you know? I can't. And look, I know it won't happen. I know I'm not going to have those types of those kids. I just really, really want them to have strong values. I want them to be aware of the world and what they're living in. I want them to be kind and wise and free and creative and loving, playful. I want them to be grateful for what they've got, because we have so much. We'll never not. I'm going to say this every bloody episode. I've got everything I ever need. I am my own best friend. I talk about having kids a lot, and I also am aware of the fact I might not have them. And that's okay, because life dishes out shit and you just have to deal with it. I consider a lot of aspects of life, and I make myself be okay with it. Because what am I going to do? Just sit here and be sad that I can't have kids? I can have kids, but a family is what I would want. And if I can't have that and I don't get that, then is what it is. We carry on, we move on and create my own life, and it will be amazing. You know, I really can't be asked to worry about all the stuff I cannot control. I don't want to worry about things I cannot control, which is a contradiction, because I just spoke about doomsday prepping and prepping for something I can't control. So I'm a walking contradiction. That's what I've gotten out of this podcast episode, is that I'm a walking contradiction and probably will be forever. Stunning. I've decided to do a segment on the pod of reviewing movies. I'm going to start next week, because I want to go and see Gladiator 2, and I want to review it with you all and tell you my thoughts and opinions. I'm going to watch number 1 today, and I'll watch the second one at the cinema maybe tomorrow and review it for you, because I love film, and I will always love film, and I'd love to share that with you. So yes, I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Does anyone else doomsday prep? Please tell me. Am I the only one that wants to live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere? Have a great week, guys. Thank you for listening to me. Like and subscribe if you do like this video. Have a lovely week. Mwah.